Actually already glued the little top that has the ball bearing adjustment for your camera, so you can put a little mobile phone holder or your video camera or an SLR camera on that as we go, and I'll just I'll start assembling it so that you can see how it goes together. It's quite a simple thing to do. We'll start with putting together the handle first. So we'll put the so what we do is we just put the bolt that I've cut through there. Use a couple of 12mm spanners to tighten it. So if you remember from the clip that I had earlier, these are just bearings that I used in those fidget spinners that kids play with. I just put a packet of 3 bearings to give me a 2-axis gimbal. So I'll have to hold this tight from here, because this is quite a tight part to not quite tight, but it actually screws on to the end, so I have to hold it so I can screw it on. There we go. That's holding it. And then this is the hard part. Putting the nut under the end. When I was putting it together before, this is what I had a lot of problem with, trying to hold this on. Alright, so that's on the thread, and just tighten that. So it's tight on the bearing already, so I'll put the spanner on there, and we'll tighten this part here. So this is just so we can have the handle, which gives us the second axis for the gimbal. That seems to work all right. Okay. And the second part is we have to put the gimbal on the weights that it holds this. So we'll start with this. We'll put the bolt through there. Just start the nut a little bit, like so. We'll do the same with the other side. Just a little bit on the thread, just so we go a little bit through on both sides, and then we'll put it on the we'll keep turning that and turning this, and we'll do the same on this side. Start it on. Screw that back a little bit. Screw this on. I'll just turn this a little bit. So it's actually threaded into the PVC pipe. So it's not a very strong thread, but it's enough to hold it in, and then we'll just maybe a little bit more on this side. There we go. That's about the middle, and what we have to do is hold the outside steady and tighten on the inside. Do the same on this side. Hold the outside steady and just tighten the inside. So that's the actual mechanism of the 2-axis gimbal done, just on very simple fidget bearings. Now to put the handle together, I've got a little piece of PVC, about 40mm long. Put it there, and just put an elbow on there. Now the elbow, it doesn't matter how the elbow goes, just make it tight, because as you can see it just spins. And then we put the handle on, and just a cap to cap the handle. So we've got a nice little handle for the gimbal. But there we just have a a nice little 3-axis gimbal. Now to make it work on the so that it holds the weight of the camera, we might just put this this end on here for the camera to go onto. And when you put this on, we want it to face away from us, so we'll tighten it with the little screw that we got under here and the little tightening nut. So it's going to be facing away from the handle. And then for the bottom, what we want to do is add these 2 pipes. But what we want to do is put weights in these pipes so that it holds it down when we've got the camera on top, so it doesn't shake. So I got 5 of these 50-gram fishing weights. I just go in. There's 5 in there, and we'll put 5 in here. And then what I got is just a little bit of glad wrap or bling wrap, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to put it through here. Otherwise those weights will move around. We don't want them going from one side to the other. We want to keep them in their own side. So this is the gimbal already. So as you can see, it's not quite weight right, so there's too much weight forward, so we can adjust the weight by just turning these a little bit back. A little bit too much, and that's about straight. Now what happens when you put the camera on top, of course the weight's going to be different, but the weight pulling down will stop the camera up the top from shaking. So as you're walking around and moving around, the camera will be steady toward the target of where you're shooting. So that's the idea of the gimbal. This is not an electronic gimbal, of course. This is just a manual one, just 2 axes. But it will hopefully give me some steadier video if I'm walking with the camera. I can put the camera on my mobile phone on this gimbal and hopefully get a nice steady shot.